Hey everyone, so in this lecture we are going to implement pagination for our application, right? So basically what do I mean by pagination is this, right? If you see our app, we do not have a pagination feature right now, but if you see in the demo, over here you can see we have this gray colored strip, and over here we have a forward arrow and we have a backward arrow, right? Whenever you'll click on the backward arrow, you'll be moved back with the pages, right? So 3 will go to 2 to go to 1, right? Like that. And similarly your movies will also change, and you can move to forward as well. When you click on the forward arrow, you'll be moving to the next pages, right? That are basically greater in number 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So basically this particular feature we need to implement for our application as well. So let's get started with it, right? So first what I will do is I'll just design this particular strip which will have 2 arrows and which will basically show the page number, right? So let's basically get started with it. And over here what I will do is I'll create a separate component for this so that I can manage everything in a better way. So I will just say pagination.jsx. This is going to be my pagination component, and I'll say react function component export. So I have this component and this says pagination. So for this div I'll just give this a class name of background gray 400, right? Background gray 400. So this will basically create a grayish color strip at my app, right? And now this is my component, so I have to render this out in my movies component. So in place of in this place I'll just render out my pagination component just like that. Great, so let's check this out. So if I go to my app right now, you see this gray colored strip which says pagination, but this is a very narrow strip and this doesn't have a border as well. I mean this is overlapping with our movies card. So what we can do is we can just give it some margin and we can give it some padding so that it looks a little bigger as well. So yeah, what we can do over here is that this is my pagination. So I'll just go and I'll say that take some padding 4 and take margin top 8, something like that, right? Now let's check this out. Yes, now it looks absolutely great, right? It looks decent. Now we just need this particular text, whatever text we are going to put inside, at the center. So for that I'll use flex property and I'll just say justify center. Alright, so right now you see the text is at the middle. Great. Now what we need to do is we just need to have our page number over here and we need to have 2 arrows forward and backward, right? So basically to get those arrows, right, they're actually icons. So what I'll be using is I'll be using a website known as Font Awesome, right? Font Awesome. This particular website I will be using, and over here you can see I've already logged in over here, so I already have generated my kit. So this is my kit. So whenever you log into Font Awesome, whenever you open this website, please make sure to log in, and after you will log in it will ask you some email confirmation and all of these things. Get done with all of those things, very basic things, and then a kit like this for you will be generated, right? So what you can do to use this kit is go to this open option, right? So when you go to this open option, it will basically show all the details of your kit, right? And then what you can do is you can just go to this setup option. As you go to this setup option, you will be given this script, right? You will be given this script, and what you can do is you can just copy the script, right? And you can include this in your app. So over here in your public folder, in your assets, basically where is our index.html file? Yes, over here, right? So over here if you see you have this script, right? Module source main.jsx. So over here you can just include your script file, right? That is coming out from Font Awesome, right? So this particular script file has been included, and now Font Awesome has been injected in your application. So now you can use this Font Awesome. So now how to use this Font Awesome? So over here you can see you have this icons option at the top, right? You have this icons option at the top, and here what you can do is you can just search for any icon that you need. So I'll just write forward arrow, something like that, right? And let's search for this and let's see if you're getting something or not. Yes, we are, right? You see arrow right, so this one we need, right? So what I will do is I'll just copy this icons code. This is icon tag, right? So let me just copy this up, and this is copied, And what we can do is we can just come to our app over here. We can go to our pagination component just right here, and then what we can do, we can just include this particular icon inside a div, right? So what I will do is, this is my div, so inside this div I'll just have another div, right? Because I need to style this in a different way, so that's why I'm including it inside a div. And I'll just copy this icon inside, right? So I have this icon as well, and now let's check this out if I'm able to see this icon or not. So Vite plus React, yes. So the right icon is over here. Great. Basically, this is the forward icon, right? But for the first place, basically I need the left icon, right? So what I will do is, at the top, basically before the forward icon, I need my backward icon as well. So I'll just go over here and I'll say, if this is arrow right, so there may be some arrow left as well, right? Let's search for it. Basically we have given forward arrow, let's give it backward arrow, so it will give me the left one, I guess. Let's search for it, let's search for it, let's search for it. Maybe I can just write left arrow only, so I'll get that arrow, left arrow, and yes, over here I have my arrow left, right? So now I just have to copy this. This is copied, and now I can paste this over here inside another div. So I'll just create one more div, and inside this I'll paste this icon. Great. So I have arrow left, arrow right. Let's check this out in our application, and yes, I see both of them, and now I just want a number over here, right? So basically I'll just go over here and I'll just have another div, and inside this div I'll just have my number. So let me just put 2 right now, or 1 right now over here. That's it. So let's just check if our design looks good or not. Yes, it looks decent, but right now we can just give it some margin, and we can just give some spacing to this, right? So what we can do is we can just move to our code, and for all of these divs we can design them in a separate way, right? So I can give this particular arrow a little px of 8. Oops, not over here, over here inside my div. I'll just give this a class name, and I'll give this px of 8, right? Let's check this. So yeah, this is far away, and similarly I'll just give this a px of 8 as well, right? So we have this particular pagination feature. Great. And now basically the number over here is 1, right? This will keep changing dynamically, right? So basically the design is clear, and now I'll just add a hover effect to them as well, just to make it look a little better. So I'll just say hover, and whenever there is a cursor, so I'll just say cursor pointer, right? Whenever you move over to that particular feature over here. So basically this is not working, I don't know why. I mean, we can make this hover feature work later as well, right? We'll check this. Alright, so now I've given this particular thing some spacing, right? So now we have the entire design that we need, and now we can just make this particular number a little bold, right? So I'll just say font bold, class name font bold, like that, right? And let's check this out. Great, this looks good, right? If you see this app and this app, yeah, this entirely looks great, right? So now what we can do is we can now move forward, and we can try building the pagination logic, right? We can try building the pagination logic. So the component is done. Now what we need to do is we need to move to our movies component over here, right? We need to move to our movies component, and over here I have to write some logic so that my pagination can work, right? And what will be that logic? How am I going to make my pagination work, right? So if you want to try it on your own, please feel free to try it on your own, or otherwise let me just show you how you will do it, right? So basically what I need to do over here is, I need to get my page number dynamically. So to get my page numbers dynamically, what I can do, I can just maintain my page number over here, right? And whenever my page number changes, I need to address it to my pagination component that okay, the page number has changed. And then this particular use effect will run again with that particular page number only, right? So what I will do is, instead of giving a static page, instead of giving a static number, I can just give over here a dynamic page number like this, just like that, right? Page number, just like that. And over here what we can do, we can just move forward and we can have our page number, and over here we can have a page number, right? Like that. So whenever we'll move forward, now we'll have to maintain a state for this page as well, right? We have to maintain a state for this page number as well, and we have to maintain some props over here as well, right? So for that we have to write some methods. For that we have to write some method which will be my pagination methods. So how am I going to write these pagination methods? Let's see in the next lecture.